Hello from the AT. It's day 232. So it's about 7:30, going on 8 o'clock or so on Friday, August 19th. And I'm getting close to finishing this trail. So I got today and tomorrow to get me into Monson. And from there, I go right into the 100-mile wilderness. I'm going to try to do it in 8 days. And then from there, I have a quick 10-mile hike to Katahdin Springs Campground, where I'll meet Josh. And we will finish by climbing Katahdin. So I got 1, 2, and 8, 10, 11 more hiking days plus climbing Katahdin. So I'm on Bald Mountain, just getting to the top of it here, right outside Moxie Pond. If I can do this without slipping on camera. Here we go. Okay, now I'm at the top of Bald Mountain. So Moxie Pond, you can kind of see through the trees. I slept at the south end of Moxie Pond last night. 2 miles from Moxie Pond to the base of this mountain. 2 miles up. I got 2 miles down. And then 6 miles. Finished my 12 miles for the day. So this section was from Caratunk to Monson, about 36 or 37 miles. So I'm doing about 3 12-mile days or so. And the trails up here are really nice. So when you're not going up mountains, when it's flat, it's really nice. So in the distance behind me is where I've been. It's hard to see on camera, but I took a picture of it so you might be able to see it better in the picture. It stands out really clear just looking at it, but I'm looking at the camera and it's hard to see. I can't even point it out where it is, but behind Moxie Lake is Pleasant Pond Mountain, and I can see in the distance just past Moxie Pond, Pleasant Pond, and that's pretty much where Caratunk is. So I started just on the other side of Pleasant Pond yesterday, climbed over Pleasant Pond Mountain down into Moxie Pond last night. So I had a good night, slept between a couple of pine trees. Those are always my favorite. I like sleeping on or just being over pine needles. It's a little bit more open, there's less ground cover to worry about. So it worked out good. But in the distance, just past Pleasant Pond, is the Bigelows. You can see the 2 peaks, or I can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the video. But the 2 big peaks are Bigelow West Peak and Avery Peak. Those are the 2 big peaks in the Bigelows. So I started there about, let's see, that was 4 days ago. So I went over Bigelow and I slept, you can kind of see, or I can see, between Avery Peak and Little Bigelow is where I slept one night. Came down there, and it took another 2 days to get to Caratunk, just on the other side. So it's kind of neat looking back, and the days that it took to climb from here to over there, and being able to retrace my footsteps is pretty neat. So I'm doing pretty good. I feel good. My knees are definitely feeling better. I'll do a 360 here real quick. Show you it's out there. I forgot to check my miles, but it's got to be, I can figure it out. It's like, Monson is 2,075. So I'm pretty close to 2,050. Maybe 2,060, something like that. So well on my way to Katahdin and finishing this. So my only, let me check my time here. My only concern is in going through the 100-mile wilderness. It's 100 miles, of course, and I'm going to plan on taking 8 days. So it's going to be a bunch of 12 miles and a bunch of 13 miles put together. So 8 of those will get me to on the other side of the 100-mile wilderness. So the decision I have to make is, do I carry 8 days of food in my backpack, which is 16 pounds of food or so. But they do have a service where the hostel in Monson, Shaw's Lodging, they'll take half of your food, so 4 days of food, and meet you 50 miles into the wilderness. It'll cost, I think $80 is what he said. So it's kind of worth it. So you don't have to carry, let's see, that would be an extra 4 days, so 8 pounds, extra 8 pounds. But the problem is meeting, you got to meet the guy there. So you got to plan out the 50 miles, you got to be there exactly at the right time, on the right day, at the right place. So I think I'll just carry the 8 days of food. I don't know. I'm still deciding on what I want to do there. It's going to be a heavy load, but you lose 2 pounds every day. The problem is the mountains are on the first part of the 100-mile wilderness. After that, it gets pretty easy. So you're going to be carrying all your extra food over the mountains, and then when you finally get light, you got the nice walk into the Able Bridge, which is the end of the 100-mile wilderness. So we'll see how it goes. So it's a little chilly. The weather has been perfect. Today and tomorrow will be nice. No rain. It's like 0% chance of rain. It's really comfortable sleeping weather. It's a little chilly though. I had to zip up my pant, the outside zippers on my pants. I had to zip up because it was kind of chilly. A little breezy. It's probably 55, 60 here, and I have a hiker coming up. I'm usually the only one up here at this time of day, but I did get a late start. So I got my last mail drop. Yobo sent my last mail drop. I'm gonna count them up. I think there was about 50 of them. Thanks, Yobo. Appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. Sarang hai, Yobo.